Lasse Eliassen, you are the sales director of one of the biggest breweries in Norway. You are representing this company in connection with restaurants and so on. Could you tell me a little about your opinion as far as beer consumption in this country is concerned?
Yes, I can. We've seen that beer consumption in general has gone down the last years, but we've seen at the same time a very big increase in the interest of beer. And the microbrewery growing up, and the consumers has more choice into beers. So that's for us who sells beer, that's a very interesting trend. But still, there are some. We see some increase in the general beer sales, but the microbreweries are growing. So that's good.
Is the growing up of micro breweries a good thing for you as a big producer?
Yeah, actually we think that. It's good because it's increased the interest for beer, and the microbreweries have special beers that you're basically not able to drink 4 or 5 pints of the special beer. So normally you take 1 pint and you maybe drink the normal Pilsner beer afterwards. So we just want to see the increased interest of beer, so we think it's positive.
Hansa is one of the few major breweries that are left in Norway. Is that so?
Yeah, that's right. We're the biggest Norwegian-owned company, and we have 2 more in Mack and Ås. And then you have Carlsberg with the Ringnes, but that's a Danish-owned company. So we're the biggest Norwegian-owned company in the market.
What do you think about the fact that many of the big breweries from earlier years has had to close their doors?
Pardon, can you say that once again?
No, I'm just wondering what you think about the fact that many of the major breweries that were here many 10, 20 years ago has closed down.
Yeah, it's like we have 3 breweries in Norway. Basically, if we only look at the economy, we could have 1 brewery. So it's difficult in a market where the taxes are very high for our products to make good profits on it. And we see the large companies worldwide like Carlsberg and are officiating their production all the time. And that's why they're closing down the breweries, to make more money. Hansa is trying to go the other way. We're keeping our breweries as long as we can, but it's tough with the ways the market is going.
You have no plans of going international?
No, we don't. We're Norwegian-based breweries, and the competition international is very big.
Prices is a thing that everybody talks about when one talking about Norway and beer. What is your opinion about that?
Well, I can imagine that tourists that come here think the prices are ridiculous, actually. You can buy in the area here at Arca Brygge, it costs about 70 kroner for a 0.4 beer. But at the same time, the tax level is enormous. It's over 20 kroners for 1 liter. So that's much part of the prices that you see to the consumer.
What would you think would have been the normal price for a half liter of beer in this country?
Well, I think if you halve the taxes on it, on the beer, we should come down to a price level that is about 40-50 kroners for 0.5, and that would be a more normal price than we see today.
What about the strength? Sorry, the strength of the beer. I understand that the strong beer cannot be sold over a shop counter. It has to be sold only in the state-run monopoly. What do you think about that?
That's right. In Norway, every beer below higher than 4.5% has to go to monopoly. When it comes to beer brewing, often when you have a higher alcohol, it's more taste in the beer. So if you say it in a slight way, the best beer you can sell to the consumers in the stores, and this makes it's difficult to get a higher sales on the best beers if you look at it like that.
How do you like being here at this festival?
I think it's great. It's great to see that people are getting interested in beer, coming here, tasting it, and I hope many more can see beer as an alternative to wine, with different flavors, different strengths. So it's very positive.
Because wine are becoming more and more popular among consumers at the moment.
Yeah, we've seen that wine has had an increase when the beer has gone down, but they are allowed to market their products, tell about them in the papers. We're not allowed to tell anything about our products, so it's kind of a different approach to it. We're not allowed to market our product at all.
So Norwegians, in a way, are becoming more European when it comes to drinking habit.
Yeah, they travel a lot more. That we see. They're getting more intercontinental. Their habits are more adapting to Europeans.
Because it seems like wine and beer in other European countries has managed to live together.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get that there as well, because we think it's good with a choice for the consumers. But we have to be allowed to tell about our products. The same like wine is culture. But if you drink beer on a Thursday, it's not culture. But if you take wine, it is. So we hope to get there.
One should think beer is a culture too, because the old Vikings were drinking mjöd, and that was kind of beer, wasn't it?
Yeah, when it comes to beer, actually beer is older than wine, culture-wise. It was brewed first. So, but we have to be able to talk about our products, because this is culture. We're very for a moderate consumption, but it's you have to enjoy a good glass of beer just the way as you're enjoying a good glass of wine.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Eliassen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello. You are you the proprietor of this, the owner of this microbrewery? Just work there?
No, I'm just working there. I'm the lowly sales guy, as we like to call it.
What's your name?
My name's Sean Casey.
And you are American, I understand, from Oregon.
Indeed, I came from Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Tell me a little about this brewery. It's called Nøgne. That means Naked Island.
Indeed, yeah. It was started by two fellows. They were homebrewers originally. The one that started it, Kjetil Jakun, he's actually a pilot with SAS. He started in 2003, 2004. It was a lot of work in a basement and a garage at the time, and a lot of family and weekends and things like that put into the brewery. And we've grown to Norway's biggest microbrewery, as we like to call it. We're producing right around 1 million liters this year, and that's about 5 times what we started with when I started about 4 years ago.
And you export beer as well, I understand?
We're almost at 42 countries now. We've done every country in Western Europe. We're doing every country in North America. We've just started in South America. We're also doing stuff in Hong Kong and a lot in Asia, Japan as well.
And it's called Nøgne all over the world?
Indeed, yeah. My mother back home, she calls it that O beer because she can't pronounce Nøgne, of course.
Does the people in other places understand what it means?
They have to look it up. They Google it, I'm sure.
So what is so special with this beer?
There's a lot of love in it. We use about 27 different malt types, and that's very unique. I worked in a microbrewery back home in Portland, and we had around 11. So just the malts alone, the variety that we use, the amount of detail, attention paid to the beers, it's quite different. Kjetil Jakun is a genius, in my opinion. He's a visionary and can really put together a beer in his head before even we consider what it's going to be, where it ends up.
Is it stronger than normal beer?
We do have a lot of strong beers. I would say we probably average right around 8 or 9% if you took a mean out of all the beers that we produce. And we produce a heck of a lot of beers. I mean, different variations of them. So yeah, they tend to be pretty strong.
Do you have any pub sales operations there in Norway?
No, not that we own ourselves. We're not proprietors of any pubs, restaurants, bars, anything like that. We've dabbled a little bit in that, and it's really tough to run it where we're from in the south of Norway. There's not that many people, so it would have to be a seasonal thing, and that gets very difficult financially. So it's actually detracting from the brewery, we figure, at this point.
Where do you make the beer? In Norway or?
Yeah, it's made in Grimstad. It's Grimstad, Norway. It's about a half hour north of Kristiansand, with the new motorway, of course.
and you actually started from nearly nothing to become the biggest microbrewery in the country, and that's fantastic.
You can find there's pictures of the garage that they started in. It's in a little place called Bergamoen, which is right outside of Grimstad itself. and it was literally a 2-car garage.
Do you plan to expand further?
Indeed, yeah. We're in discussions right now. We'd like to buy a bigger brew house and of course move locations at some point. We're in a very old building that wasn't made for a production brewery, so we would love to get out of there and try something new and really spread our wings and have a little more room to move around.
But you will keep your brewery here in Norway?
Indeed, yeah. No, we will not move out of Grimstad Commune as far as I know. The community in Grimstad has been really, really nice to us and would like to keep us there, so they've made that quite clear.
In which country are Nøgne most popular?
It has to be America. We sold right around 50% of total sales for about 3 years ago to the United States, and that's gradually changed. The Norwegian market has really, really taken off, and they've bought more and more every year. So now we're seeing less and less export and more in the country of Norway itself, which is quite exciting.
In all states?
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Our main distributor does everywhere from Svalbard down to Kristiansand, so it's quite cool.
In shops and bars alike?
Well, we're restricted with Vinmonopol, of course. For every beer over 4.7%, we have to go right through Vinmonopol, the monopoly. Other than that, we do sell through Norgesgruppen, which is probably Norway's largest grocery store chain. And of course, we're in tons of restaurants and bars, especially here in Oslo.
Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, hello Lynn. You are standing here in front of something called Brewery International, and this company, I understand, that import international beer.
Yes, we have beer from almost all over the world. So today we have brought some of the special beer for the Norwegian people to be able to taste and discover some new types of beer. We have everything from a light lager to tasty lagers. We have ale, and we have also the darkest beer called stouts from Ireland. And also we have brought some beer from Belgium, and the most special beer from Belgium is the Lambic beer. So that's...
Are Norwegian consumers familiar with foreign beer?
Yeah, I get the impression that the interest is growing. I think when they come here, they're interested in new flavors. They are interested in trying something new. They want to learn more about beer, so our knowledge is also very important to get the knowledge out to people so that they can vary their beer experience.
Is that because also Norwegians are traveling more today than they did before? They are getting in contact with beer in foreign countries?
Yes, I think so. I think that the Norwegian consumers are really more aware of what they are buying. I think they are starting to think more quality instead of quantity. It's more of a, I think we're moving towards more of a culture than a party culture. I think the interest is growing.
Which beer are the biggest seller?
Well, we have different kinds of people. When they come here, they say, "Give me something good," and I often ask, "What do you like? Do you like light or dark?" So in the dark category, we sell a lot of Irish beer. And in the lighter category, it's mostly Spanish lager and such.
Like Mahu and Alhambra?
Yes, Mahu is the lightest one, and Alhambra is a more tasty lager. A bit more spice and a bit more aroma.
I lived in Spain a few years.
Oh, you did? Yeah, then you know it. Yeah.
And Mahu Alhambra, is that a popular beer? Does Norwegian know about it?
Yeah, I have called it a beach beer. It's very light, easy to drink on the beach, warm day. And also very many women that don't drink a lot of beer, they choose this. It's very light.
How do you like being here at this festival?
I really like it. I think it's fun for people to get some tastings, different things, and also for the business to show themselves and promote themselves. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you.